All right, so uh we have a clean setup here. We've just swept a nice high that I was looking for. ES has also swept this double top here. So, I'm looking for we've been running up for a very long time, looking for this to give out. We can get this set up before 12:15. I'm fine with that. Um It doesn't look like it was gonna happen. My whole bias kind of was that we sweep this liquidity, but we haven't accumulated yet. We accumulated a little bit here, but we could likely see some more accumulation. I was looking for this short-term high to be swept. Same, if ES didn't, that would have been a bearish S&T for ES, which would have been a lot better. But I was looking for a displacement under this low, enough to inverse these gaps here, and then look for a move lower. And entry, and I'd have an entry off of some form of fair value gap, right? So um we'll see what happens here, you know, and hopefully this gives us what we want. The drawn liquidity has been very high today though, so yeah, why my OBS tripping? All right. By the way, the update on the accounts, we're actually down 500 from the initial drawdown, so we have about 1,500 left in drawdown. Meaning that I'm gonna half my position size just to be safe on my accounts. Um, and, things don't always go your way. I feel like the price action, I feel like there were entries here. I took a trade earlier today, took two, with calls right here on this gap after we displaced above here, but we already took buy side, which I shouldn't have took it, and immediately got stopped out. I mean, it wasn't a good trade at all. But then we have this displacement above these two equal highs here. Gap entry would have been here, and you always want to run your stop, your long position at least 25, not at least 25, but no more than 25. So I would have ran it like below this low, honestly. Seeing that we even displaced above here, right? And then you have that displacement here, and you have your gap entry right here, right? You don't exactly get the entry, but we do inverse this gap, so which is fine, right? I wanted to see this, see some. I want honestly, my entry for this trade would have been this gap right here, this bullish gap. This was the bullish gap that I was looking at. It's very small, but I liked the setup. We had closed the 4 hour, inversed this 4 hour above. It made sense to go higher. You know, I tried to play puts here, right? You have this bearish uni, with the breaker block here inside of this gap, and we ended up getting stopped out here, which I see why. I mean, it makes sense for us to the drawn liquidity would be higher after inversing that gap, which is aggravating because I know I should be paying more attention to it, but I try not to hold too much of a bias. But if it's telling me what it is, I gotta pay attention. Simple as that. So, that's what it is. I want to ram first TP here, right? Second TP here, right? And then the third TP was this. It was buy side liquidity, a major buy side, like right here. This would have been third TP. Probably left one runner all the way to here, which it actually ended up going. For that was about 163 handles, which is it was a great trade. It would have been a great trade, But things happen. I'm not tripping. Uh, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So here goes our short term high right here. Yes, it's still a little lagging behind right now. Looks like. This is still the valid displacement right now. until I see a lower low get put in. But mm, a lot of times you'll see this short-term high, which I didn't know till recently. This is all learning. I'm learning every day. I feel like I'm learning every single day. Other people you can focus on, they got they shit going, and that's fine, But me personally, I have uh I'm a doer. I'm big on learning on doing, like I need to do it myself. So, I can only focus on myself. I can't really worry about what everybody else got going on. That's gonna mess you up so bad. But now we're looking for a displacement, a valid displacement, which would I think would be below here as of right now. Maybe we can dip into here and into this gap, get another run up, fail to make this high, get us a little mitigation, have this breaker block here, um, and form a nice little gap here. So I wouldn't want to see this keep making new highs. I want to see this drop, especially ES for where it's at. I want to see it move lower. And I was doing homework and I saw this setup, so it definitely looked a little nice. It definitely looked nice to me. Uh, so, but I feel like I'm getting better though. Like I feel like I'm understanding this market so much better. You know, it's just a matter of time, bro. It's literally just a matter of time. I wish it would dip a little bit lower, just a little bit into that gap. I want to see that gap get hit, and then may try to make an attempt higher. That'd be so nice. Let me turn this shit off. I'm manipulating above this level right now, so or accumulating, my bad. But I want to see us hit this gap, bro. This ain't what I want to see. Where's our next draw on liquidity? Matter of fact, damn, we got some fucking room, boy. It's really ain't the next draw, and this really is the next draw. Like that's the next draw. Are we even close? Is that all time highs? No, it's not. I'm tripping. But this is the next draw. I mean, we close to all time high. We getting back there. We've been accumulating. Look at this range. Oh my goodness. You have your accumulation, and you have your your manipulation. All across. This still look like an accumulation phase. We haven't gone nowhere in the past since December. I'm probably gonna end the stream at 12:15. I'm not gonna watch this all day. I promise you that. I need to see something better. This is now a short term high. Displacement would be below here. Mm. We just have so much room to the upside. Like that 12:15 might be my cutoff for real. Like I'm not gonna watch this all day. I'm not. I don't want to watch this all day. Looks like we're getting some sort of action here. Gap here in ES has gotten versed. Would like to see this displaced though. That's really what I want to see. Honestly, I hope we fumble around in here a little bit, just a tad bit. That'd be very nice to see. Like keep this wick up to give us a better displacement area. So short-term highs been swept. A lot of people, and like I was saying, I think they said this already, but a lot of people will try to they'll try to these breakout traders, they will try to play a breakout above a short-term high, as is this right here. Now they're getting killed, obviously. All right, now I think we have a better displacement now. On ES for sure, but NQ needs a better one. I would like NQ to come up above here a little bit. Just hold it up here. There we go. All right, this would now be a valid displacement. I want to see it displace low. We also got our breaker block sitting right here. So that'd be nice to see if we could get that move lower. This could be counted as a mitigation block as well right here. So for this to tap right here and then displace lower would be very nice. The thing is, bro, you wait on these setups and like sometimes they don't happen, but waiting on them really will save you so much like trouble and so much trouble. Just being patient. Shout out my label, that me. I'm in EBBGB. I'm in EBFO train. I just pulled up me a real nigga all in my face. 500 rats in my safe. 500 rats to the plug. What you know about someone low? There we go. There we go. There we go. The 5 minute, okay. You're in a 5 minute gap. Hmm. All right, seeing that it's respecting this gap is low key. Might have to wait a little longer to see this gap get inversed. All right, here's our breaker right here. All right, if we can inverse this gap, or even just trade lower than it and get this gap here, this would be the nice. This would be a nice trade with the breaker block sitting here. All right, this is low key looking like a very clean setup. And here's your breaker right here. But I wanna all right, this trade is looking valid. Hopefully we can get an entry into here. I wanna how low we are now, I wanna see this gap get inversed. Close outside in 6 seconds. All right, we didn't get that close, but I think I'm still gonna take this trade. It looks clean. I'm gonna go 10 contracts and run 25 handle stop. We can get the entry. Yes, it just tapped it. All right, I'm in right there. Short position right here. Running a 25. Damn, that's a hell of a stop, but I think I'm gonna run my stop above this mitigation here. 220 handle stop. First price target is gonna be here, which would give us about 250. It's gonna be a limit buy of 5 trimming, and then geez, this is a hell of a PT, but probably here. I think I'm gonna have to just trail my stop a lot more on this trade, if anything. But the trade is right. It'll draw to the next form of liquidity, which is this low here, and 2.5, and I'm gonna move it a tad bit up because I've seen 1,000 times where you'll get the trade and it'll fucking turn on you in seconds. Second PT really not till here for 84 handles, but I think that's a valid stop. Is that a valid stop? Yes, I mean that's a valid stop. We've inversed this gap now as well. I'd like to see price continue lower. I want to see a lot cleaner of a displacement. I mean of a close under this gap. Make this a there we go. It's a very nice inversion. Let me go ahead and get this off my screen now. Hey, that's a 21 handle stop. Like, how much would that be? 415. Uh, See, I want to run it above this mitigation, which would make the most sense. Like right here for 11 handle stop loss. But you got to give your trading room. Sometimes this shit'll it'll be some BS. But like, I think this is valid. I mean, if we can find something smaller, it's been respected. Like, here goes a breaker block too right here. All right, we can low key run it above this breaker right there for $245 stop. 15-second breaker right there. All right, now that we've taken this low, if anything, I should move my stop to this high, just a tad bit above that high. So now we're only risking about 15 handles, or 5 handles, my fault. Matter of fact, I'm gonna run it above the second close right there. So we're risking, my bad, fuck. So we're risking 8 handles, 8 3/4 of a handle. See, now if this is the setup I would have took, bro, you feel me? Like I'd be up on the day, but I still should be up on the day crazy day. Like today should have been my biggest day, honestly, if anything. But things happen. I can't be too mad. Things happen. Honestly, if ES takes this low, I might go ahead and trim myself. Unless it just wants to run. Run, 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 run. See that shit acting funny. Alright, we're gonna trim there. Just because ES is acting stupid. I didn't like that. But we're gonna run. We got that close blood low, so we're running our stops there. We've secured about $170, something like that. 120. Now I want to see this gap get inversed, and this would be second PT. If it comes and stops us out, not gonna be disappointed. And put that top of six above that. Not gonna be disappointed. Like I'm up, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really tripping. This gap should get respected here too, by the way. For continuation. Same with here on the S. But we need to see this gap get inversed. This gap gets inversed, we get a nice move to the downside. Very nice move. Thing is too, I was so close to funding this top step, bro. But I ain't gonna, I got impatient, and I was like, "Fuck it." The nigga started going crazy. I ain't gonna cap. I started going crazy. But it is what it is. Honestly, this setup was so clean. This setup was so clean, and my dumb ass took the wrong setup on the box. But it is what it is, bro. If this trade is algorithmic enough, it'll respect this gap. It's a smaller gap, so you'll probably see these wicks fucking come all the way up to here and then close under here. But an inversion of this gap wouldn't be what I want to see, you know. But I feel like in these 30 seconds, it's gonna make the attempt to try and take out that short term high. That's how I got my stop. I always keep my stop above the short term, couple points, couple ticks, because you will see that shit um take yourself out, and it'll be a tick above, and then make the move to the opposite side. So look how that wick is. I told you it'll do that shit so much. All right, so we've inversed that gap, but the close wasn't a great close, but we'll see what happens here. The only reason I trimmed here was because ES took that low. So now we have a a bullish SMT for NQ, and a bearish SMT for ES. So this setup left, and looks like we're gonna get stopped out here. But it was a nice setup. I liked it. It was clean, you know. I'd like to see this candle reverse right here, if anything. A lot of people probably just put their stops here. So maybe taking a short term high, possibly. Stopping people out. And we see this move to this downside. And I probably won't take any profit here, since we already trimmed about 6 points above. See, this is kind of like the club, like how it'll be. You'll see stops get taken. Now we want to see a run below here, and I'll be able to move my stop break even. But if we don't get it, it is what it is. This gap is still getting respected here on the S. This bottom gap. But I want to see an obvious run below this low. Same on the ES. See, it's not doing what I want. It's not doing it as fast as I would even expect it to. So that's why I don't even think this trade might even work out, honestly. Like I would expect this shit to flip. Like, a close back under the gap would be very nice, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. We are, matter of fact, I didn't even peep. We are expecting this inverse gap though, very nicely. It's just a matter of how strong it is, if anything. See if ES taps this inversion gap as well. Short term high taken there. Short term high also taken here. Here's why I would expect us to reverse here. We've stopped out. We've taken out stops twice now. Now I'm expecting us to make this run lower, but if we don't get it, it is what it is. We still up. Um, See, this is a very nice. This is very nice. This shit looks very clean right now. Inverse bear value gap being respected to the tick. Pulling back to this bearish gap. It's already been ran through 1,000 times though, so it's not too clean. But I feel like the inverse fair value gap is really what we should be paying attention to. Same with this gap as well, even though we've closed inside it as well. But I'm not really looking too much on that. Inverse fair value gap tapped, short term high taken, inverse fair value gap tapped. I want to see an obvious run below here as of right now. Honestly, a break even right now wouldn't even be bad because seeing this shit should have ran lower, but something I'm gonna stick to my rules. Yeah, anyway. Man, I got so much homework to do. And seeing it even come right back above that is not what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see that at all, but that's why I didn't go break even. Anything can happen, but held that midpoint very nicely though. Do love to see that. Short term high has been taken so many times, bro. I've seen this so many times where this should have just do some bullshit, like just sit here for so long and then just make a drastic move to the upside or downside. The jar liquidity is definitely higher though. I'll definitely say that. That shit very high right now. But I'm expecting some form of retracement now. Like I mean, we've been pushed. We tapped into this 15-minute um gap. We haven't hit no the wick of this breaker though. This would be your breaker, correct? Yeah, this would be your breaker block here, this green candle. So we didn't tap in. We tapped into the gap, but not this breaker. So definitely want to Keep that in mind. Yeah. I'll probably run a TP right here, a second TP here. Where we at right now, though, we should definitely see price getting drawn lower. I mean, we broke this low here as well, so I don't want to see this shit fucking fall from right here. But I'm gonna still keep the same stop, even though I should definitely be going break even right now. I want to see this low getting taken. This is the low I'm worried about and focused on. There we go. Let me not even say shit. This shit'll turn around. Let me just chill. Also got this gap we've been respecting here too. So seeing this displacement lower would be very nice right now. Tapped into this 5 minute as well. This is the reactions we're having right now. So I mean, I'd expect us to drop lower. We inverse this 5 minute gap too. This is basically our entry right here. Oh, I need to see you get inverse, bro. There we go. Come on, give me the low. Give me the low taken. And we in a waiting game right now, ain't it? Ain't. Yeah, I ain't. This shit looking a little weird, bro. I ain't liking this. I'm still gonna stick to the trade though. Trust and believe. Take this low, so I can go break even, bro. It'll be a risk-free trade at that point. Give me this close outside this gap, or at least under the midpoint, at least. See that's a weird ass close. Didn't like that at all. My computer be getting hot as a motherfucker. Screaming on this jump. Still holding that gap. Oh my goodness, that shit should have been ran. Like, what the heck, bro? This is the type of price action that's been going on like this whole week. Like, the setup would be so clean, very clean setup, but it'll get ticks away from take profit, and then boom, it's just boom, boom, boom. Only reason I didn't think on break even is because we hasn't taken up this low. It's the only reason. You got the trim off after ES took this, put in the SMT here. Yes, did just take this short term high again. But NQ didn't. It's a bearish SMT right there, if I've ever seen one. Take the low, bro. Stop BSing. It's gotta take like it's literally gotta take it right here. Come on. Run through it. See what I'm saying? Like look at it. Look at this motherfucker, bro. Look at this, bro. This is insane. This is outright ridiculous. Come on, it should really. There we go. All right, now we're gonna break even. I'm gonna run another TP right here, by the way. So the final TP is gonna get ran there. I mean, it's a break even trade. I'm not risking anything. I'm chilling. So I did what I did. They did what they did. They did what they did. Should have taken this trade on my live, bruh. It's the fact that I'm just. It's not even that. It's a learning game, bro. Like you see these setups and you picture them in your head. So like, I don't know about anybody else, but uh, and we even versus gap, which is very nice. But me personally, I've become very whenever I see a setup happen, I see it over and over because I've looked at these markets for so damn long, like so damn long. And I can see a setup over and over again now. So me noticing and seeing the setups over and over, I kind of anticipate what will happen. So now me knowing that, all right, maybe I should wait, just being patient because it'll pay off, right? I mean, we entered this trade outside of macro. But sometimes I feel like the trades do be outside of macro. It don't always gotta be in macro. I don't think so. Like I don't think that's I feel like there's definitely good setups in the macro. There's setups all over the place. There's always gonna be a setup, but it's a matter of fact of how you're gonna take that setup, how you're gonna trade it, and what you're gonna do. You know what I mean? So, and this is what the account said too, by the way. We've secured 1,000 on the day. I did take a trade earlier, so that's why. But I could have been funded on this account. You know, I was gonna be a little bit more. I'm gonna be a little bit more lackadaisical on this account too. Once I get it funded, I'm gonna be taking setups that are outside of macro, and my two Apexes are gonna be only inside of macro. Very good setups, A plus setups, especially now that they're at 750 or 75% drawdown. Um, got to take that very serious. That's how you will blow your account effing around like that. But it is what it is. Um, at the end of the day, I'm up $948. Setups was there. Setups I didn't take. Me just not being aware. I feel like me not being aware is a big part of why I didn't make money today on my lives. Which is fine, but it's a learning game. So I'm definitely not gonna go in tomorrow and be like an idiot with this stuff. And I got a lot of stuff to get done. I got to get a lot of work done, schoolwork done. I get my hair done today. Uh, what else? I'm going to Athens this weekend, so I'm not even gonna be. Um, I'm definitely gonna be trading for sure on tomorrow and Friday. But I mean, I'm expecting to be profitable off this soon. I mean, I've gotten one payout, bro, but it was in November, and I finally feel like I have the hang of this stuff, which is why I'm so confident in all this and all this and all that, whatever, yada yada. But I mean, yeah, things happen. Shit is what it is. Putting another SMT though. ES now is a bearish SMT. NQ is a bullish one. I mean, NQ as a bearish one, NQ as a bullish one. That's more likely than SMT. I'm likely to pay attention to, but let me get this off my screen. I'm gonna clear all this off my screen just to make this look a lot less bougie. That gaps inverse and see this gap get respected. There we go. Honestly, I could care less what's on ES. Actually, hold up. Let me not do that. Mm. Trade looking very algorithmic right now. We can take out this low. I'll move do I want to move my stop here? Would that make sense? I mean, until it hits this TP, actually, I'm probably not gonna go break you. I mean, put my stop here. I want to give this as much room as possible. I feel pretty confident about this setup. So that actually be a valid stop now that ES is taking that. This will put me up a band today on the day as well. You would want to see this Bullish gap get inverse because we displaced over this high right here. We need to see this get inversed here. You know, I might leave my shit break even until it till this candle closes. Give it some time. Bullish gap did not get disrespected. Stop is gonna stay where it's at. We can probably anticipate this shit to run higher. That's for sure. Yeah, look at ES already. You also inverse this bearish gap too right here. Well, that doesn't matter actually. That shit got ran through. Mm. Wow. Gap still getting respected. Closing in the midpoint. If anything, I'd want to see this boom to the downside. There shouldn't be no. Yeah, this shouldn't. I didn't. I wouldn't want to see this under midpoint. It should definitely. I mean, if anything, tag that midpoint boom. We do got a tiny volume imbalance right here. Maybe it hits that and sees lower. If we do see that, that'd be great. I'm really about to close too, coming out of. We don't have a gap here. Never mind. A lot of times you will see this two tag the displacement gap just got inversed. That should look money. See, I told you, you run your stop a tad bit. Look how close, like, look, if I would have left my jump there, would have gotten tagged down. Then look, you see, like, you gotta run it. Like, let's go ahead and do the math right now. What is that high? 0.75, 714.75, 715. That's a 25% difference. And I have mine 50 cents above. So now I'm expecting this low to get tagged here. You got some room now. See if it'll take it. There we go. Money. We also have a nice unicorn model for forming gap here. Displacement. You get your breaker block right here. I didn't want to see this come up that much though. I ain't gonna lie. You got your breaker right there. Flip 1,000 on the day. Can't be mad at that. Final TP resting at $500. That'd be very nice. Oh, you can't even make 1,500 though. So where would my take profit be? Some at $154, 232. So let me do the math on this shit moving fast. So we're at 229 minus, so 500 minus 229. So I need 271 on this trade. One thing about this gap that I don't like is that it's above the breaker. It's not what I would want to see personally. But we gonna milk this trade, that's for sure. I'll tell you that. Get rid of that. Mark that there. We didn't displace on ES too as well. We still haven't closed on this gap. Gap holding nicely on ES. How long been streaming for? Almost an hour. So we're up about 300 from where we were. $300 from where we were earlier. On top of that 750. See, we tap into the, and what I was saying about that is too, is had this bullish breaker right here, tapped it with the gap, and immediately saw that upside immediately. Now seeing a displacement higher than here is likely to happen. So we'll probably get taken out right here. All right, trade done. We're up $51,116. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and lock this out so I don't get to doing stuff. But yeah, that's the trade. I mean, model was there. We had the obvious sweep of liquidity above these highs here. That double top accumulated uh for a little while above the buy side. Had this displacement entry off the gap here, along with the breaker block, which I love to see when the wick of that breaker's in the gap. Mitigation block here as well. And then you have the move lower. Price target was literally this low here. We trimmed once ES took it over here. Then we got the second trim right off the 15-minute breaker, along with that gap. So very nice trade. Yeah, I'm pretty. I mean, I'm definitely glad about that trade. I'm gonna see how many handles that was. So that was about, definitely wasn't a big trade, but I'm always grateful for what I get. So that was 36 handles secured, and then we secured about 20 handles in the first trade. So trade was there, setup was there, my everything was there, and yeah, I'm looking to just keep doing this. If I would have just waited and been patient and all this, I mean, setups would have went a lot better. But it is what it is, and yeah.